Hello, friends. Try this experiment. Visualize an elephant. What do you see? Where is the elephant? What is it doing? What are you doing? Notice the visual landscape you can access in just an instant. Touch its ear. What do you feel? What's the texture? What's the shape? Notice the sensation that you can access without actually touching an elephant's ear. Notice that you may have never touched an elephant's ear before, yet you might kind of know what it's like. Touch its trunk as if your eyes were closed. Or even if your eyes were open and that's the only thing you could see, what would its trunk look like? Now its tusk. Now look it in the eye and pretend that's the only thing you see. And now touch the side of its body. And now its tail with its fuzzy tip. Now its leg, like the trunk of a tree, and its little toenails, quite big toenails. You kind of see my point, that each part is so uniquely different, and it makes up this whole of an elephant that feels almost complete, four-dimensional, in the fact that it's changing through time. It's temporary. It was birthed, goes through cellular development, evolution, motion, and eventually will return to the earth, as we all do. Each part, though, has its own unique characteristics. So imagine you were only seeing the trunk. Could you imagine the rest of the elephant? You might try. Say you only saw a human eye. That's the only thing you could see. It would be like a galaxy, an endless fractal of information, shape, and color. You would perhaps be enthralled and feel like you might be looking into a window of God and truth itself. Could you picture the rest of a human? Would you infer the existence of other organs, stomach, lungs, heart, arms, fingers? Say all you could see was a finger. Would you infer the existence of an eyeball? This is, to me, an essential metaphor that I invite you to play with and experiment with, which is to take on new perspectives and see what you find, with the ultimate goal of mapping the tapestry of truth. Truth could be represented by the elephant, and accessing it from different points could be like accessing it via science or the physical. Here's an experiment. Combine it with the other views, the spirit perspective. How does the spirit perspective combine with the science perspective? Love. Seeing them as all different viewpoints. They're all different eyeballs. Looking at the same elephant from different angles. If we go beyond right and wrong, and enter other perspectives. Not to say that they are right or wrong, But just to try them on, we might start to see that the teachings of the Buddha, of Jesus Christ, of the Quran, the Torah, all have a wonderful perspective of truth. That it is not right or wrong, it is just one perspective. So it's impossible to say this religion is right. It's also impossible to say this religion is wrong. That there is no right and there is no wrong, and that other perspectives all have value. Now, I'm wondering what other perspectives there are. I'll provide one more and leave a gap because there are certainly other perspectives that I am eager to find. What are they? Art, poetry, a wonderful perspective of truth, no different than science, spirit, or religion. And really, I should overlap all of these. Art and science overlap, religion and spirit overlap. They all overlap with each other. They are all wonderful eyeballs that are looking at different aspects of truth. And if we add up all of these perspectives, might we just become a pure, timeless state of consciousness, seeing truth? And the fun of existence is actually switching from one to the other, like a dance, like trying different tastes in a banquet, the banquet of existence. What perspectives can you find? What truth can you reveal by becoming a tree, entering the heartbeat of another human, feeling what the earth experiences, seeing life through a different angle? So right now, you can touch your finger, hold out your hand, touch the tip of your finger and trace it slowly, slowly with the breath. Up, down, and enter that peaceful state, four-dimensional landscape of breath and presence. And realize your finger is attached to this hand, so the fingers seem separate, but they're not. And the fingers are connected to a body powered by blood and a heart, the heart representing a diviner truth behind everything, the Taoist way, the Hindu Brahman, the divine reality, the divine spirit, God, the physics of existence, the laws of physics. Whatever word you use, perhaps you might realize that you're all talking about the same thing. Somebody once drew this drawing for me of entities that think that they're separate from each other, but they're actually connected in a greater landscape. When you go inward into your consciousness, I promise you, you will see that we are all one truth. Through my journey inward, I eventually came to understand this drawing. When I first saw it, I didn't understand it. I felt like I wanted to, and I was like, that's really cool, and I wanted to know more, but It took me actually going inward to now understand, to feel this vibration down here, what's beneath the fingers. Try this experiment right now. Notice how you feel by exploring this. A gateway can be going to the point in the center of your head. Now you want to breathe softly while you do this and see if your breath can allow you to stay there. And draw a line. It might take the form of light, like a glow. Draw a line from that point to your heart and connect the two. Notice where you feel your heartbeat in your body and slow your breath to connect the two. If you ever feel lost, you ever feel confused, if you ever feel anxious, if you ever feel anything, go to the point in the center of your head and stay there. And just notice what it does. Truth is not outside ourselves. It's inside. And all we need to do is stop buying the narratives, the frameworks that we declare are right or wrong. Instead, we can go to the field where there is no right and wrong, that place of pure awareness. It doesn't matter what language you use. Going to the languageless state of observation will bring you to that place. What do you see? Maybe we can find a language that transcends all others, that is the common language of truth. I love you. Namaste.